Mississippi without a place to stay in Louisiana, but I knew I had to go there. In fact, I knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that my next destination was New Orleans. Right before I left Alabama, the friend I was staying with invited me to stay another week. God had been pointing out a book on her bookshelf the entire time I'd been there. The book? Radical, by David Platt. The night before I was supposed to leave Alabama, I had a dream. And in the dream, the author of the book, who I had never seen before, and turns out in real life he actually looks like he did in my dream, appeared to me and told me I needed to read the book. When I woke up, I was supposed to leave the next day, and she asked me to stay longer. I knew I had to read that book in my last week in Alabama. Upon doing so, the author, David Platt, talked about how he went to school in New Orleans, and about the ministry that he had at a place in New Orleans, in the French Quarter known as Jackson Square, the park where he helped the homeless community, as well as set up a table amongst the tables filled with witchcraft and fortune tellers and tarot card readers. He would set up a table to lead people to Jesus, where miracles would take place. After I read all this, I knew I had to go to New Orleans. It turns out that I kept hearing New Orleans over and over, and just as God would have it, the school of ministry known as the Ramp that I had been attending in Alabama had their second-year students actually go to New Orleans to do a missions trip. Needless to say, New Orleans kept coming up over and over and over. So there I was, off on the road without knowing where I was going to sleep that night, but knowing that God was in control. This is what happened.